ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another fantastic weekend of Formula 1 racing here on the EGL Extreme Gaming League. I'm Tipsy Bob, and joining me on the mic is my trusty sidekick and my good friend, Dad Pants. Covering all the action today, we're going to be covering everywhere from Monaco, Singapore, Abu Dhabi, and Bahrain, all across the world, all across the country. We have a full grid lined up, some of the best talent around the world. We have plucked them from all corners of the earth to give you some of the greatest racing experience viewing footage you'll ever see in your lifetime. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the EGL. There we go, once and all the cars are all lining up on the grid. They're all getting ready. The drivers will be focusing on their first corner. Are they going to take it? What are they going to do? Is they going to go deep? Are they going to go? Who knows? Let's take it out. Away we go! DRS is still active, and if Timo wants to get this moved on, he's gonna need to use this DRS zone because I have a feeling. Oh no, Timo, cancel the crusher in the crusher zone. I pressed command up and another overtake on 23 frame mark. This is right 3 quarter mark.
And Timo are oh, it's the pit! Oh no! Oh my god, this was so sorry, control myself. So Timo
I wouldn't be gonna penalty too, so they can stand at the back together again. Just like Timo likes it.
How many times did you see how many times Timo tried to get into the pit?
Alright, welcome ladies and gentlemen to SLR Tier 1. We are in Abu Dhabi today for the last round of the season. I am joined by Milos today, but his internet is not doing so well, so I'm not sure if we're gonna hear him today. So I'm gonna try do most of the commentary myself. So the championship has already been decided, so this race is maybe not going to be the most exciting one. Julian already doing his OP wets strategy, as he did in SLR as well, only then he went out on the intermediates. I believe Pixel is the first one to complete the lap. Actually not, he has abandoned on his lap. So he is going back into the pits now. So it's going to be Timo that puts in the first lap. Slash up is going to be the second, both with a 35 flat. Triton already goes fastest, 34.7. Next up the cross line is that Band. That was a 36.4. Must have been a bad lap from him. It's pretty quiet on track today, only 15 cars for the race. Only not quite sure what happened with the registration. I think we kind of had a similar thing in Tier 2 as well. Well, the championship has already been decided, so it doesn't really matter too much to the endings, to the standings, I mean. So the first 5 people have done their hot laps, and I have received word that from the 15, 13 are going to do a proper lap. I have received word that Julian and some idiots are going to start from the back. So we're not going to see any quick laps from them today. Julian finishing second in the championship, and some idiots taking the championship last week in Brazil after an exciting race. After some hard battles with Julian as well. Julian is now coming back into the pits after his outlap on wet tires. So some idiot is just gonna do some hard runs in this qualifying, so he can get some meters in for the race. So the fastest driver so far is Speedy. He is on a 34.1, so he is on professional pole at the moment. But I'm pretty sure that there is going to be someone that's going to go faster than him. I expect at least Danny Coe, Hugo's and Copy to go at least as fast. Don't get me wrong, 34.1 is a pretty good time, but people are definitely going to be faster. Hugo's puts in P2 with 34.5. So that is a decent time from him. I think he will be able to improve on that. I do believe I'm hearing some background noises from Milos, so and he has joined the session now, so if you are able to make yourself hearable, then and he has left the session again, unfortunately. So it looks like the connection is not working out as it should. I believe Y6 is gonna come into the pits. So Pixel is also driving in Tier 1 today. He is looking to make the step up to Tier 1 for next season, so he has decided to join today as reserve. And you can see that there's plenty of space to do that. Quite a few spots open, so it's nice to get some practice in. So he has not done a valid time yet. He was the first one to get out of the pits in qualifying. So I think he either made a big mistake or he invalidated his lap. So some idiot is now gonna cross the line. Is that a timed lap? No, it's not. Not expecting him to anyway. Jesse is also retired. Not on track, I don't know. Not quite sure what happened there. Yeah, Pixel now coming across the finish line to put in a timed lap, and it's a 36.9. It was invalid apparently because it did not count the time. So he's gonna have to do that again, and he is not going to do that again apparently. So let's see if anyone on a lap. Timo is on a lap right now. He has just started one. So he's coming through the first sector. Get as much a tight line as possible around the hairpin. You can get a good launch onto the straights. He's maybe gonna get a bit of slipstream from Speedy. Looks like he is. Speedy now moves out of the way. So that might have gained Timo some time. Could have been a 10th. It's looking pretty clean throughout the lap. So it might be a good time. He's coming up to the sector split now, and he is almost a 10th up on his 35 flat. If he is able to get this last sector together well, then he can definitely improve on his time. Goes a bit wide going through the corner there. He gets a decent run going under the hotel. He slightly hits the wall, that's not really what you want, but I don't think it's going to cost him too much time. He's coming around the final corner now, and he's crossing the finish line for a 34.8. So he has improved to 1.5 tenths on that. He is in P6 now. For now, Speedy's still on provisional pole with that 34.1. Gonna do a fast lap now. I believe, yeah, Slash LP is also coming across the line for another timed lap. And it's going to be a 34.6, puts him in P3. That's a good job from Slash LP. Y6 is on a 38.5. I don't know if he did not set the time on the last lap. He just started the hot lap right now. Now Timo is apparently returning the favor to Speedy with the slipstream on the straight. So that might gain Speedy some more time. He's coming up to the next sector split, so let's see if he is up or down on his delta. It's currently 1.5 tenths down on his time. So he's gonna have to go really fast through the third sector to improve on the current pole position. Copy has gone into the pits again. Some idiots just crossed the line, but still no timed lap. Six minutes left in qualifying. Speedy has already gone into the pits and retired, so that's qualifying over for him. Thinks it's job done from him. So Nicholas has done a lap, I believe. I am not sure. I do believe he is driving on the pads today, but I'm not entirely sure. It's going to be interesting to see where he ends up. He is currently in P3, so that's good from him. Looking at his inputs, it might be that he is driving on his wheel nevertheless. It's looking pretty smooth. So Alfa Romeo teammates Hugo's and Danny both going across the line. Danny has already completed the lap, and Hugo's the starting one now, so I think Danny is going to give some slipstream to Hugo's on the straight. Danico is going to give some slipstream to Hugo's. He's running quite close, so that's going to gain him a lot of time. Danico moves out of the way just in time. And Hugo gets a good run through the corner, so it's definitely gaining him some time on the straights. He's on P2 so far, but he's going to have to improve by 4 tenths to get on pole position. Tipsy Bob has abandoned his lap, it seems. He is low on fuel, so I think he's gonna go into the pits again. That Benz is also out. On an out lap, getting ready for another quick one. So Hugo now in the final sector, let's see what he can do. Can he improve on his time and maybe beat Speedy or even get close to him? He's 4 tenths off at the moment, and it's a 33.7. Puts it in pole with a 4 tenths gap to Speedy. Meanwhile, some idiot has been disqualified from the session. Nice. So that's definitely gonna put some idiot on the last step of the grid. Alright, let's see if we have any activity going on in the chat. I do believe we do have. So Bans is currently on a hot lap, and Timo and Tipsy Bob have both gone out of the pits. Triton as well. So they are both gonna go for one last lap in this qualifying. It's only 2 minutes left, so I'm not expecting too much to happen anymore. I see some other cars going out. I see both Red Bulls coming out of the garage now. So Ben's now coming around the final corner. His last lap time was a 35.1 and he puts in a 34.4. That's a 6/10 improvement, puts him in P3. So that's a job well done from him. Very good time. Quite a few cars out on track at the moment. Alright, so let's see. Timo is about to finish his lap. Gonna look for an improvement. Last lap was a 35 flat. And it looks like he is going to improve on it, and he does. That's a 34.3, puts it in P3. So, as the last... Oh, I could hear Milos there. Sounds like his internet is still vibing. So, as the final laps are now being put in, I'm quickly going to see if I can get a quick interview from Julian in. Hello there, Julian.
Hello.
So that's an interesting strategy on the qualifying. Outlap
yes.
on wets in dry conditions.
It's the quickest compound, mate. Didn't you know?
I see.
I mean, I invalidated my epic laps, and yeah.
Yeah, unfortunate. Yeah. So yeah, I saw that you and some idiot both were gonna try and start from the back of the grid and see where you'd end up.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you expect that you can overtake a lot of people here?
It's gonna be difficult because yesterday in SLR I did the same. I tried to do the same, and I got quite a few penalties there. So, my first goal is to just minimize those, and overall my goal is gonna be a top 6. If I get anywhere further up, that would be nice. But my main aim is just a top 6 for today.
All right. Okay, so Copy just came across the line. He has put in a 34.3, so he's on P3 right now. So Hugo has put in a 33.7. That's a pretty good time. What do you think about that? So I believe pole time in SLR yesterday was a 33.6.
Yeah. While in SLR yesterday was just on another level on pure pace. Hugo's came quite close to that, so I think it's a pretty decent time for him there. Yeah, I don't think anyone is gonna beat that actually. So good on
Yeah,
him.
I think that's going to be quite difficult indeed. Yeah, so Timo is the last one to finish qualifying. Yeah, that's qualifying over. Alright, so Hugo's is going to start on first place. Speedy puts it in P2, 3/10 off, then another 3/10 gap to copy. Timo puts it in P4, Ben starts on P5, Nicholas on P6, Slash in P7, Tipsy Bob starts in 8th, Triton 9th position, Danico starts in P10, and Y6 was the 11th one to do a valid lap time, he starts on P11. And the rest of the grid is gonna be Pixel, Julian, Jesse, and some idiots.
I know the reason why Hugo's did a fast lap on here, by the way. He's from Japan, so he knows how to drift around this track with overheating tires.
Ah, yes, of course.
Well, I'm gonna try hard this race, so I'm gonna leave you to the commentary.
Yes, thank you for the interview. Oh, actually,
Yes, see you later.
yes, good luck.
Yeah.
Thank you for your input, Milos. Is your internet still not working?
Uh,
I could hear you there very shortly, but it's still not working as it should. Alright, so the drivers have now loaded into the session and Yukos is gonna lead
come
the pack around the track. Yeah, I agree with you, Milos.
on.
Come on, man.
You do be kinda lapping.
Yeah, it do be. I mean, it's a formation lap, that's generally how it goes.
I suppose.
Suppose your internet is getting slightly better, but it might be temporarily. I'm pretty sure it's temporary. Maybe Milos can do some...
2 words.
Maybe, yeah, maybe you can do like 2 words and maybe you can... maybe you can keep the chat a bit active. You can already see that Julian and Pixel have touched each other, so they have both been reset back to the starting grid. It's not optimal, but oh well.
Alpha is
What is going on, Milos? Milos, I'm sorry, but you have been promoted to spectator. Very unfortunate. Anyway, cars are lining up on the grid.
goddamn Alpha.
Why are you talking about him? Anyway, so race is gonna start now. That's 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And away we go. It looks like Speedy gets a very good start. And he slots in behind Hugo's there. Hugo still gets to keep P1. Timo on the inside there under attack from that Benz. Almost losing the position. Copy is up to P3. So Tipsy Bob maybe having a look on the inside of Slash LP. He's gonna have to go around the outside now, and he's gonna get the inside line on the hairpin. And he is gonna get the job done, although they're still running side by side going onto the straight. Seems like Slash LP has the faster car on the straight. He might be using Rich Mix. Yeah, so Tipsy Bob is gonna slot back in behind Slash LP. Oh, actually, he's gonna go up the inside there. And there is a little bit of contact going on there, I believe. So these guys already fighting pretty hard, and now maybe Danico is gonna have a look on the inside of Tipsy Bob even. And he does. Tipsy Bob goes around the outside. Danico not able to overtake there because Tipsy Bob fights back quite hard. Some idiots making up one place. Pixel dropping down the order. He's lost 2 positions, I think.
Always.
Julian is right on the back of Triton. He's gonna be looking for an overtake quite soon. Hugo's completes the first lap of the race. He's still leading from pole position. Further down, Jesse is also right on the back of Y6. And behind that we have some idiot. Well, Julian is going over the curbs, sending his car airborne. That's not really what you want. I do believe there was something going on here. Looked like some idiots went off track, but I'm not sure. He's still behind Jesse on Y6. Danico is gonna have a look on Tipsy on the inside there. Hard braking zone. And he sends it. And he leaves only just enough room for Tipsy. Now Triton is gonna have a look on Tipsy as well. Gets the slipstream. And he has to go around the outside from the next corner. Y6 retires. And that's a VSC. I'm not sure what happened there, but he has retired on the straight, so he might have hit the wall. Ah, yes. The fact that Slash is doxing you is definitely the reason why your internet is vibing, Milos.
Yes.
I like how your internet just worked exactly for the moment when you wanted to say yes. Anyway, going green again. VSC is in. VSA is over. I believe there's some movement going on here. Danico right on the back of Slash LP. Going through the S's. Alright, so it seems like Mr. Dragon has set his bet on 3 DNFs this race. As he mentioned, there's 2 to go. Of course, DNFs is not what we're aiming for, but anyway. Good luck on your bet, Dragon. So Danico is now going on the inside of Slash up. He locks up a little bit, no contact made. Keeps it clean. But he does not make up the position to Slash LP. It does mean he's gonna get this DRS onto the next straight. He moves alongside and he's already passed, I think. Yes, he is. So that's Danico up 1 position. Slash LP down to P8. Tipsy Bob having a look on the inside of Slash and he hits him. That's Slash LP around. I think Tipsy Bob put his nose in where he shouldn't have. Yeah, Tipsy knows that it's his fault, so he's staying behind to give Slash LP the position back. Now they are both down quite a lot of positions. Puts Pixel up in P11. Julian still right on the back of Triton, not able to overtake yet. Yellow flag in sector 3, I do think that is for Slash LP. Maybe it was for Jesse. Wait, actually Jesse has pitted. He is on fresh mediums, I see. So then I think that was for Slash LP. Yeah, he has quite a lot of wing damage. So he's coming into the pits right now. Tipsy Bob's still going, but he is quite far down the order at the moment. And Julian has made the overtake on Triton in the meantime. Now some idiot is right on the back of him. He's going to get DRS onto the straight. So does Triton, because he's still right behind Julian. I'm not sure if some idiot is going to be able to overtake. No, he's too far back. So it's not going to happen here. What is happening, Milos? I believe there's a fight going on for P1. No, there's not. They were running pretty close. So these three guys still running really close together. The top four as well. That's Hugo, Speedy, Copy and Timo. Triton braking late. There's a yellow flag in sector 3. I believe that's Pixel. Yeah, he has slowed down and he has lost a bit of front wing. Yeah, that's quite a lot of front wing, so he's gonna have to go into the pits right now and get a new one. Triton is into the pits as well for fresh mediums and also a new wing. Not sure where the contact happened, but he has a new wing installed on the car as well. Now Copy is right on the back of Speedy. Speedy is out of DRS on Hugo, so he's gonna get overtaken here. Spy6 leaves the session. So Speedy is down one position, Copy up into P2. Further back down the field, Danico has overtaken Nicholas. Locks up a little bit, but it doesn't cost him any time. And it looks like he's able to get away on this straight. Nicholas too far back to fight and reclaim his position. There's a yellow flag in sector 3 and I believe that's Benz going around. There were a few cars running really close together there, so there might have been contact involved. Not quite sure with who. Speedy pulls into the pits. So does Nicholas behind him. So they're both gonna go for fresh medium tires, I guess. And that Benz is gonna have to go into the pits as well to get a wing change. And he sends it even more into the wall. I'm not yet. Okay. And Benz has retired from the race and has left the session. Come on, man. So this race has not really gone the way he wanted it to go. Up front the gaps are staying about the same. So now some idiot is running right behind Julian. As Dragon already mentions, 1 DNF to go. So the closest gap we have at the moment, there are actually 2 that are of similar size. So Idiot is 6/10 behind Julian, and Copy is 5/10 behind Hugo. So we might see some overtakes soon. Maybe on the next lap already. Yeah, there's once again we have a little barrier glitch going on. seems like the barrier has been hit and sticking out onto the racing line very slightly. Doesn't look like it's costing the people any time, I'm not sure actually. Anyway, moving on. Copy is right on the back of Hugo's, going onto the straight. Looks like Hugo's gets a very good run out of the hairpin. Copy is gonna get the DRS, but he is 5/10ths back. I think he's too far back to go for a move, although he has a lot of overspeed. No, he's not gonna go for it. He chooses to stick behind here. He's gonna get DRS onto the next straight as well, so he might be able to do it there. Now he's a bit closer, he might have a better chance, but this straight is a tad shorter, I believe. I'm not sure. He does have a look on the inside, but he is not sticking with it. So things are still running as they are. Hugo's in P1, Copy in P2. Copy might be having a look for the overtake soon. He's not been able to do it so far. So Immediate now running in P3 and Julian running in P4. Copy now pulls into the pits. Hugo still keeps going. I believe Milos is back here with us. Or is he not? That's the question. It's a bit like Schrodinger's cat. Like, is he dead or is he not? You can never be sure. Anyway, so Hugo is stretching his soft tires. He has done 7 laps on them already, so I do expect him to come in this lap. Still leading the race until now, but of course he's gonna lose the position. There's a yellow flag in sector 1 and 2, that's Jesse off track. Yeah, he might have spun, I do believe. Yeah, he has some wing damage. His left front end plate is gone. So that's definitely gonna lose him some time going through the corners, which is basically the whole track. Danico picks up a 3-second time penalty. He's running on fresh mediums in P7. Let's see if Hugo's gonna come into the pits, and yes he does. I suspect he's gonna go on to fresh mediums. Julian picks up a 3 seconds. Oh, Julian is around! Oh my god! Well... Yeah, so Julian went into the barrier and he was sideways on the track. And then Copy full on went into him, probably expecting him to ghost through it. But it didn't happen. So now Julian and Copy are both pulling back into the pits for new wings. So that's interesting. Julian serving a 5-second time penalty, I believe. And is he putting on the wets? He is putting on the wets.
Oh, come on, man.
Nice meme, mate. So Copy has gone to the hard tires, so he is looking to actually finish the race. Very unlucky incident. He was looking to potentially take the win. He was running in P2, very close behind Hugo's. Now he's pretty far down, of course. The only plus is that he does not have to pit again because he is on the hard tires. They can go the distance to the end. At the moment, Immediate is leading the race. Oh, Julian picks up a 10-second time penalty. Nice. Of course, he is on the wet tires. Yes.
Small bit
So
of Julian.
yeah, I do hope that him doing donuts does not bring out the safety car. This might get him disqualified from the session, and it does not. And I mean, at least his tires are warm now. And Julian has retired from the session, and there's a virtual safety car. I believe Julian has just straight up sent it into the wall after the straight. Yeah, looks like it. Yeah. His car is removed now, so I suspect VSC to be over very soon.
Ozone.
Unfortunately, I can't hear what you just said. Danico just came out of the pits on fresh soft tires. So pitting under the VSC definitely gained him some time. So he might be gaining a position here at the end of the race. VSC is still out. That is okay, never mind. I just jinxed it. I was about to say that it was for a long time, but okay. So Samidit is still leading this race, but he is...
Abu Badi.
Ah yes, Abu Badi. Thanks for the comment, Julian. Right, so yeah, Samidit, he still has to pit, obviously. So if we look at the stop, Samidit is actually the only one that has not made a pit stop yet. So if we take a look at the gap to the leader, I think he's gonna fall back to P6, maybe P5 actually. I'm not quite sure how long the pits is in Abu Dhabi. Right, let's get the tires back on the screen. Actually, let's have a look at the position changes. Pixel is up 5 positions, and Samidit is up 14 positions. Yeah, obviously starting from the back. The question is, when is he going to pit? I am not quite sure how long the medium tires can last. I think it's around 18 laps that you can do on the medium tires. So I expect him to go on for another 7 laps. Although I did notice that the gap to Speedy has increased quite massively. I believe the gap behind was around 6 seconds before. At the moment it is 7.2. It looks like Speedy is losing some time. Although he is in return running in front of Timo quite comfortably with the 3.6 second lead. So Hugo is 1.3 seconds behind Timo. Looks like he's getting closer. He is on fresh and medium tires, so we might see some action here on track. There's not really a lot going on, to be honest. Although Danico is right behind /LP on fresh soft tires. And he's gonna get DRS here. /LP trying to break the slipstream. Seems like it's working. But of course Danny is going to have DRS on the next straight as well. He's opening up the corner as much as he can to get a good run out of it. And he does. So the DRS puts him alongside /LP. /LP fighting back pretty hard, going to the inside, and he has lost the position already, and he just cuts the corner. And he sends Danny around. Well, that's not very nice. And I think Danny is done. Slash has retired from the session, so that's 4 DNF so far. Danico's still standing still on track, so I think he's gonna get disqualified from the session. Yeah, and he did get disqualified from the session. Well, yeah, already mentioned in chat that was not a good move from /LP. Yeah, I know we know it's the last race of the season and we're not fighting for the championship anymore, but those moves are not really what you want.
About the
So there are 10 cars still running in this race. Amazing. It's the last race of the season, they said. It's gonna be fun, they said.
No.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, at the moment there's not really anything going on. I do believe Hugo is closing in on Timo. The gap is down to 9 tenths, so it looks like he's gonna get the DRS on the straight. And yeah, he does. The gap is down to 8 tenths. And the HUD confirms that he does have DRS. I think he's too far back to go for the move on this straight. So he's gonna have to try and do it on the next one. Copy has retired from the session into the pits.
Oh shit.
Well, so we have 9 cars running in the race. Hugo has made the overtake on Timo. How did I miss that? Amazing. There's almost nothing going on and I still miss an overtake. I am great at commentating, and Timo is going around. Yeah. So I imagine his rear tires are going to be pretty hot now, so he's going to have to take it easy through these corners. Still running in P4, so I think, yeah, he's definitely going to keep going. I believe that was Copy's car standing there by the side of the track. Tipsy Bob is in Pixel's DRS here, so we're gonna see the great battle of the Irish.
Oh,
Yeah, that's gonna be pretty cool. So we might actually have something going on in this race. Yeah, so as the best man Tipsy already mentioned in the last stream, Dragon is not the best with predicting the amount of DRNFs. He has predicted that we would have 3 DNFs this race, but we have had 6 already. Pixel now pulls into the pits, so might actually be interesting to watch a pit stop for a change. It's going on to fresh medium tires. Really good pit stop from the team. That's one thing that Williams is good at. Opelel. So Pixel comes out of the pits in P8. Looks like Hugo is closing up on Speedy. The gap is down to 1.3 seconds. Hugo is on the fresher tires, so it's not too weird to see him close up on the guy in front. Especially considering that Speedy is racing on the pad, so the tire wear is definitely not going to help him. And the tire temps on this track as well, it's definitely a problem. Actually, Nicholas has come into the pits as well. He is on fresh medium tires, so he's gonna go to the end now as well. Hugo's gonna have to stay behind Speedy here, but he's probably gonna be able to make the overtake onto the next straight if he gets a good run, and it seems like Speedy has a good run onto the straight. So I think Hugo's is gonna have to stay behind one for another lap. Yeah, he's too far back. Speedy goes a bit wide, so he's losing time through the chicane. It's a yellow flag in sector 3, I believe that's Jesse around. Please don't retire. Oh no. Oh no. No, please don't.
F1 2019.
I mean, I think this is a proper goodbye to F1 2019.
In the mug.
Come on, man. So Semi is still running on the medium tires. For 17 laps already, I do reckon he's gonna have to go into the pits at some point. Speedy now pulls into the pits for new medium tires. I can't speak. So the gap to Hugo behind is down to 1.6. He's definitely losing a lot of time. 4.4, 4.3. It's going down pretty fast. So I do hope that some idiot is gonna pull into the pits this lap. Otherwise it's not gonna end well for his tires. Yeah, those tires are not really looking too great. One of them might do the bonk. He's gonna be bonking all over track. Anyway. So Slash LP with the question, is Milos commentating? I can't hear him. Yeah, well, I've had that question as well for a while now.
Well, yes, but actually,
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you there. Can you repeat that?
well, yes, but actually, no.
Oh, he actually did. Ah, yes. Okay, some idiot now finally pulls into the pit, so absolute mad lad. He is pulling a medium to soft strategy in Abu Dhabi. How dare he? Watch him finish the race on the podium anyway.
Oh.
Uh-oh, Tipsy is into the pits. He's gonna go for soft tires, I believe. No, medium tires. He probably didn't have any soft tires
The race
left.
is very. Come on.
Oh, come on, man. You're kinda here. Sonny, what's up with the DNFs? Yeah, I would like to know that as well. Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
Gay alpaca.
Come on, Milos, we don't need that here. Triton is closing in on Timo. Well, Timo is actually on the fresh and medium tires. Triton loses a lot of time going through the chicane. The gap is down to 1.2 seconds, maybe even more. Hugo's now pulls into the pits. Looks like he's going for fresh soft tires. So that's gonna put Speedy into the lead of the race. He's definitely gonna go to the end on those 2-lap-old mediums. So does Some Idiot. Some Idiot is now nearly past Hugo's. They're gonna come really close behind each other. So maybe we're actually gonna have a fight here. Some Idiot is gonna have the DRS onto the straight. So he is closing up very slightly, but it's not enough for an overtake. Still too far back, so Hugo's is going to stay in P2 for now. He's going to have to fight hard to keep Some Idiot behind. The DRS is quite strong on this track. So yellow flag in sector 3, that is for Jesse, I believe. Yes, it is. So he's around. So he's now reversed across track to try not to block any people. So now Kitsune is asking the question, what has happened? Well, you know, Kitsune, like something happened, and then nothing happened, and then something happened again, and now we are here. And now it's most of the time nothing happening. Still. It's a yellow flag in sector 1, that's Jesse
Could
again.
be a.
Could be a Jesse. Yeah, his tires must be cooked now. About 1,000 degrees. So there are 7 laps left in this race, and I do believe that this is going to be the finishing order. Probably. Unless someone makes a mistake, of course, but this is tier 1. We don't make mistakes.
Oh.
You know, that is true. Icewind is pointing out that Hugo is catching Speedy, and that is actually true. He is, of course, he is running on the soft tires. So it's not out of the question that he is going to be faster than Speedy. Some idiot is also really close behind him. He's just out of the DRS. And it looks like he's not gonna get it onto the straight. No, he does not get DRS on the straight. Gypsy Bob still really close behind Pixel for the Battle of the Irish. Nothing has happened yet. But we might see some action soon. Please.
I mean, I guess.
I guess.
Oh, paint.
No, not really.
Not as OP as.
Yes. Definitely. Hugo puts in the fastest lap of the race. Oh, seems Tipsy Bob has been closing up on Pixel. Gap is down to 3/10, so you might see some going on here in the Battle of the Irish.
Would be a.
I don't think anything is going to happen in the first sector, but we might see some overtaking going on onto the DRS straight. I am already excited.
It's been out, son.
That would be very sad not to. Hugo
I guess.
Yeah, Hugo is also already right on the back on Speedy.
Oh, whoa.
So he might see some action over there as well. My god, this is a crazy race.
Abu Goody?
Maybe. Tipsy Bob does get the DRS, but he is too far back to make an overtake on this straight.
Foggy.
So maybe if he gets a good run onto the next one, he might be able to do it. And he does get a decent run, but Pixel's run is good as well. And he is too far back for the overtake, and he already realizes that quite early himself. So the next battle is going to be between Hugos and Speedy. And Hugos is gonna have the DRS on Speedy. So coming up to the first back straight now. Hugos already on about the same speed as Speedy. Have funny wordplay. And Hugo's moves to the inside. Speedy knows that he can't defend, so he's not really trying it. Hugo moves to the inside and he gets the move done. So that's Hugo's into the lead of the race. Speedy is going to get DRS onto the next straight, so he might be able to fight back. Hugo now to the inside. Running side by side through the chicane. And it's already looking clean. Hugo stays in first position, Speedy not being able to fight back. Now what do we have going on in the Battle of the Irish? Tipsy is really close behind Pixel now, closer than he was last lap, and it looks like he's gonna go for it this lap. He is closing up and he does not send it on the inside, he chooses to wait for the next straight. Of course, if he sends it now, Pixel would be able to overtake him back onto this straight. So once again he is closing up, but pulling a nice little dummy, trying to mind punt him, but it's not working. So still no casualties in the Battle of the Irish. Now Samidi is in Speedy's DRS, but Speedy is still in Hugo's DRS, so Samidi is not going to close in too much. So it's gonna, top 3 is gonna be staying like this for another lap, I think.
Scotland.
Tipsy Bob is now really on the back of Pixel. His tires are 3 laps younger and he might have a look here. No, he's not gonna do it here. He chooses to get the DRS. He's gonna get a wide line through the hairpin. He's gonna use all the battery he has and he might be able to go for an overtake now, and he does. He sends it on the inside. Pixel has to go around the outside, tries a little bit of a cutback, but he's not able to do it. He's gonna get the DRS on the next straight, so he might be able to fight back. Nice one, Milos. Pixel now fighting back. Tipsy Bob has to go on the inside. Pixel trying to move around him, locks up a little bit. Has to cut the chicane very slightly. And locks up again, but Pixel now still in front. Again in the Battle of the Irish. Pransam Idiot is now right on the back of Speedy. Some Idiot makes the overtake on Speedy. Milos. We are watching a race here, there's finally something going on. Milos, come on, man. Oh, Tipsy is having a look on Pixel, tries to move around the outside. Doesn't do it yet here. And he sends it on the inside of the hairpin. Pixel saw that coming, so was able to steer away. There's not really too much contact going on, but it does put Tipsy in a very good spot to go for the overtake. He doesn't gain too much time on the straight, so Pixel must be using everything he has. Tipsy's still staying behind here. Tipsy is going to get the slipstream and he is going to have the DRS as well. He already moves to the inside. Pixel brakes late, goes around the outside. Going side by side through the chicane again. Nice camera angle, thank you. A little bit of contact going on there, and now Pixel is down the position. So Tipsy has won this battle, but the war is not over. So they're gonna have 2 more laps of fighting going on in this race. I don't know if penalties are gonna have any influence on this. But for now, Tipsy is winning the Battle of the Irish. Of course, they're in the McLaren with his iconic green helmet. Now some idiot is Also running really close behind Hugo's. Might be looking for an overtake soon for the lead of the race.
Proud one. Oh, come on, man. Come on.
Alright. Some idiot is now running really close behind Hugo's on the straight. He's gonna have the DRS and the slipstream as well. He's closing in, but he is low on fuel, so he might have to conserve. It's the final lap of the race. He tries to go around the outside and on the inside here, but he is not able to make the move stick. There's a yellow flag in sector 1 and 2. I'm not sure what that is for. It's already gone. So some idiot and Hugo are fighting really hard for the win of this race.
Scotland for
So now going through the third sector, it's gonna be difficult for some idiot. I don't think he's gonna be able to overtake anymore. It looks like Hugo's is gonna go on to win this race. Some idiot was still having a look on the inside, but not able to make the overtake. So Hugo's wins the race, and some idiot finishes in second. Speedy completes the podium. Timo is gonna finish in 4th position. That's a job well done from him. And Nicholas is going to be 5th in this race. As he comes across the line now, his teammate Triton is 17 seconds up the road. Almost hits the funny barrier there. Ah yes. Looks like Triton is gonna do some nice donuts, but it's not working too well. So Tipsy Bob crosses the line, so does Pixel. And Triton is still doing donuts, and now he crosses the line in P7. Still finishes in front of Pixel. Apparently Pixel had quite a lot of penalties. So Jesse is then going to be the last one to cross the line, but I think he's struggling a lot. Yeah, I imagine his tires are about 2000 degrees at the moment. At least he's having fun, it seems. Ah yes, Tokyo Drift. Well done. Can we please finish the race, Jesse? I guess not. So anyway, that's the season over. And yeah, that is the race over as well. So that's officially the season over, season 7 of 2SRL. So this race, Hugo taking his 2nd win of the season. Previous one being last week in Brazil. Some idiot finishes in 2nd and Speedy completes the podium. Alright, so yeah, that was quite an interesting race. Not really what I expected from Tier 1, although yeah, I know it's the last race of the season, but still. 15 drivers, 6 DNFs. Hugo, Some Idiots and Speedy on the podium. So now the question is there going to be anyone up for any interviews? I am not sure. So I'm just gonna quickly go ahead and close the game. It seems Milos has also left me in the commentary booth.
Hello, Hagrid.
Hello, Tipsy.
Would you like to ask me any questions?
Well, I have been watching quite closely at the Battle of the Irish, as I called it myself. How do you feel about it?
Well,
You did end up winning the Battle of the Irish.
Milos. Hang on, I just get out of this game. Well, I knew I was going to jump Pixel early on, even after I came out of the pit, because I knew he had at least 6 seconds of time penalties, and I didn't have any, you see. And so that I knew I did have the legs to catch up with him. So I was just pretty much pacing myself, Hagrid, because I think Triton was just a bit too far up. I think Hagrid had 6 seconds as well, or Triton, but he was just too far up ahead. So I thought I don't really want to pass Pixel too soon, because I don't want to get entered into a DRS battle, because it can be a difficult shaking the guy, off the second DRS zone.
Yeah.
So I just thought, well, look, I'm guaranteed that place that he's got. I won't have enough time or pace to catch the rest of the guys, so I wasn't going to risk it, really. I was just trying to play it smart. I wasn't going to risk battling him. And then I knew I also had fresher tires because he pitted much earlier before me. So I just sat behind him for a while, just charging my battery. And then I was kind of, I wouldn't say playing with Pixel, because that's a disrespectful, but I was kind of just testing him to see, how is he going to defend? What's he going to do? Because I've never really battled Pixel. Normally if we're on track, we're, different parts of the race, or one of us is getting lapped or whatever. So it was my first time really to see, what Pixel does whenever it comes to defense, how aggressive is he defending and stuff. So it was a bit of research, really, because I think he may be in Tier 1 next season. So I was kind of using it for that, to see what, if I position my car here, what's he going to do? How is he going to react? Kind of a thing. And I thought he did pretty good. He defended pretty well. And then on the second DRS, I was kind of leaving the gap just to see if he would take it, and he did take it. So I learned a lot about Pixel in terms of, if there's a move there, he'll go for it. And then whenever we got near the end, I thought, right, fully charged battery, it's time to really go for it. And I really went for it. And I knew whenever I got him on the second, because I wasn't going to fall for it. I passed him the first time just to see on the first DRS, but when I passed him the final time, I was intent on, keeping him, further behind me. So that's why I charged my battery to the fullest I could. And then once I made the move on him, I went for it. I just went full attack. Once I got the move done on him, I had my battery turned up to break that DRS. So yeah, it was enjoyable, racing Pix there, because I learned a lot about him, and I'm looking forward to seeing him in Tier 1 next season. And then P6? I got P6. It's a bit, a little bit hollow, Hagrid, because I kind of know the guys weren't really pushing. We lost some of the top guys. We lost Julian, we lost Copy, we lost Danny, and even in saying that, Tips are Hagrid, or not Hagrid.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, I could have not seen you post something. It's Idiot and not Idiot, Julian. Julian and Idiot started last, so I know a lot of the guys weren't taking it really seriously. So, but look, I'll take it. P6, I'll do it. I'll take it. All mine. Thank you very much. That will set me up for next season. Yeah, I suppose I better stop talking and let somebody else come in here.
Yeah, actually, Some Idiots and Timo are both interested in the interview. So.
Oh. Well, I'll vibe if that's all right, to see what Timo's going to say, because if he comes off with any rubbish, I'll pin him. I'll pin him to the wall.
All right, so I'm going to drag him in then. Let's see. Hello, Timo.
Oh, hello.
So,
Don't
how do you-
sound so excited, Timo.
Huh?
Don't sound so excited. Oh, hello.
Oh, hello. Yeah, I expected Idiot to be moved first, but hello.
Oh. Hello. So, how do you feel about this P4? You fought hard for it.
I did. I mean, there was it's kind of mixed. Like honestly, I'm super happy about I'm happy to be able to have to end my Tour Sorel run for now with my best result since season 4 Spain. Which is a P4. I got the P4 back then in the rain. That was pretty good. But yeah, it was. I kind of had the pace that I like wanted to have on Thursday in the last stint because the mediums just held up really well, and I think yeah, I was pretty happy with it. I'm just also kind of sad that the race apparently seemed to be like a little bit of a poor one because I mean there were
A bit of a
9
meme,
finished.
yes.
Yeah, there were
you can
9
say it.
finishes, and like that makes me feel a little bit sad about it. But then I
Yeah.
tell myself that no one crashed out ahead of me. only copy right behind me and Danny like 5 seconds behind me, and he would have probably been there somehow.
Mhm.
But so like I'm reasonably happy. I think had they been there, maybe you would have dropped to P6 or something, but maybe I could have held up. And then I don't know if it was caught on stream, but I had like a really embarrassing spin, and that cost me roughly 6 or 7 seconds. And now in the end, I was 6.5 behind Speedy, and I also could have probably been in the slipstream of them had I not made that mistake. Because at the start of the second stint of Idiot and Yugos, I was like 6 seconds behind them basically. So without the spin, I might have been able to pull the safety car and then go for a podium. But yeah, it didn't happen. I goofed it. So. But I mean, P4 is really nice. It's nice to be able to finish my like the last 2 seasons with this result, because I felt like I really needed that now. It was I practiced really hard for that race, or for SLR basically, and I was finally able to like show people some sort of pace.
Well, you've already shown it before earlier in the season, I believe.
This was like next level. I mean the pace I've shown before in the season. I think the quickest race, apart from this one, is ironically the one right before this, which was Brazil, and that's just because I was able to like stick to the DRS train there barely. But this time I like managed to escape the DRS train.
Yeah.
I mean, at the start, like after the VSC, I was clear of bands and I could hold on to the starting group, and that was an amazing feeling because like normally I'm trailing the sort of midfield and like trying to barely hold on to the DRS, and this time I was doing exactly the same, but it was with the top three and the guys and like the midfield was getting into the distance, so that felt really good. And I think like when I look back at this season, then I'll just think of this race and probably have a smile on my face. So I'm happy.
All right, nice. So, yeah, I'm gonna drag in Smitty now as well.
Yep.
Hello.
Hello.
All right. So, last race of the season. How do you feel about that? Finishing P2.
Felt a lot better than what I did in Brazil, to say the least.
Yeah, I can get that.
Before I say anything, I really want to apologize to Watcher 6 and Jesse. They got royally screwed from incident I had in lap 2 with them. I don't know what the hell I was trying to do. I think I was trying to go 3 wide coming off the second chicane, and the door closed on me. I tried to lift, but I didn't lift quick enough, and it wound up killing Watcher 6 and damaging Jesse. I feel bad for both of them. I'm sorry, guys. If you hear this, I'm sorry. I obviously don't want to I don't want to kill someone. It's just, but nevertheless, I'm happy. I had a really good car today. I'm really happy for that. Really, really good long run car.
All right. So, yeah, long season is over right now. So you took the championship last week. Can we expect to see you back next season?
You know what? I'm leaning towards it. I'm still trying to figure out what I really want to do after once 2020 comes out, that's what I want to kind of. I don't want to commit to something that I don't like fully believe I can finish. So I'm leaning towards racing here again. I am. I enjoy racing here. It's good community. I good fighting, and
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to. I'd like to. I just need to figure that out for myself. Like I enjoy being here, man. I really do.
Yeah, we also enjoy watching you. You and Julian fight, of course. Also other people. Definitely in the last races with Danico and Hugo being involved in the battles as well.
Oh, there was a good battle at the end. That was actually, it might have been boring for a good deal of the race and other parts, but I think we had a fight at the end there between me and Hugo and Speedy. Like it was how to say it, like I was definitely trying to wait until the end trying to save my tires, and I was actually really surprised that I could save my tires the amount I did and still have a shot at the end. I just kind of I just screwed up on my end. Hugo did a good job. He deserved to win that. That was a good battle between him. But yeah, I mean it was a good race. It was a good race at the end. Let's say a race broke out at the end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the midway part of the race wasn't too interesting. There were some DNFs going on, but
Oh
not really
yeah,
too
I
much
can't
happening.
imagine. I can't imagine that was going to be very fun to commentate. I'll be dead honest with you,
Uh-huh.
because it was just everyone doing their own thing. And I mean, for me, I was definitely still interesting because I was trying to lug around the very worn mediums. When I pit after 18 laps, I was like 71%. I was actually surprised about the tire wear. That's why I was kind of saying I had a good long run car because the pace didn't really fall off as much as I was thinking it would, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, yeah, I mean, maybe it wasn't the most fun to commentate, but still having the wheel in your hands, it's not a boring moment, you know? No boring moment.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, I think that's the interviews for today then.
All right, I'm gonna jump out then. Thanks for having me.
All right. See ya.
All right, see you. Bye bye.
See you guys.
All right. So that's the season over then. It was a fun season. Was joined a lot by Pixel and a few times by Millers as well. So I would like to thank those guys. Also, obviously, I would like to thank Dead Bands, obviously, for running this league, doing a great job on it. He's putting a lot of time in it and a lot of effort. Tipsy is still here.
I'm here, man. I'm not going to leave you hanging.
All right. So, do you have anything to say?
Well, I kind of said it all in my first tier 2 there whenever I was commentating with Timo. Just thanking everyone. It's the kind of thing we do obviously all the time. Some people kind of groan when you do it, but I think it's important to let people know that what they do is appreciated, whether it is simply just running this F1 league.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe if it's just dropping in with some guys in DM whenever people are having some hard times, and it's dropping in with them and checking out how they're getting on and stuff. Just being an ear to listen to is helpful for many people, and it's like I said before, many a time it's it's a great wee community we've got here, and it's joy to be a part of it, and I'm just looking forward to what next season brings with 2020. Hopefully me and Bance we're going to be grinding it, and hopefully Bance doesn't keep rage quitting whenever he has an incident like he did today.
Oh no.
But yeah, nothing more really to say, Hagrid, just other than just thanking everyone. Oh, thank you to you as well, and Milos and Pixel for doing the commentating for Tier 1, because we never really kind of get anyone, because we're all kind of yoinked away in Tier 1, because all the main commentators kind of drive in 2S Tier 1, so it's a big thanks to you as well, and you guys helped you out, Milos and Pixel. And I suppose the only thing I can say, and I'm going to say you don't have to, right? You can probably predict what I'm going to say. But Kitty would like very much. Apparently there's some video going around that she really likes. I don't know where it is, what it came from, but she keeps thinking that it would be a nice way to end what is the end of the last stream and the last season. So I'll leave it up to you.
I think that's a good idea. So I'm gonna end the season with that video then. So it's goodbye from us. See you again next season.
gentlemen, and welcome to another fantastic weekend of Formula One racing here on the EGL Extreme Gaming League. I'm Tipsy Bob, and joining me on the mic is my trusty sidekick and my good friend, Dad Bats. Covering all the action today, we're going to be covering everywhere from Monaco, Singapore, Abu Dhabi, and Bahrain, all across the world, all across the country. We have a full grid lined up, some of the best talent around the world. We have plucked them from all corners of the earth to give you some of the greatest racing experience viewing footage you'll ever see in your lifetime. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the EGL. Here we go, once and all the cars are all lining up on the grid. They're all getting ready. The drivers will be focusing on their first corner. Are they gonna take it? What are they gonna do? Are they gonna go deep? Are they gonna go who knows? Let's take out and away we go! DRS is still active, and if Timo wants to get this moved on, he's gonna need to use this DRS zone because I have a feeling. Oh no, Timo, cancel it first, you're in distraction zone. I pressed to mount up another overtake on 23 trademark. This is Ryan's 3-4 bar.
And Timo are
Oh,
it's not
Timo.
Oh no! Oh my god, this so sorry, control myself. So Timo
I wouldn't be gonna penalty too, so they can start at the back together again, just like Timo likes it.
how many
hold on,
times
because-
did you see how many times Timo tried to get into the pit?